We're here with Bobby Murray. And Bobby, you want to tell us a little bit about a little bit of an epiphany you had when you were back in high school?
Well, yeah, Joe. I won't forget the date because it also happened to be my birthday and the same date that we graduated, which was June 9th, 1971. And the entertainment for our graduation party was none other than Albert Collins. And I sat next to a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Robert Cray, a great guitarist, great singer. We played in a band together back in high school, and we witnessed Albert Collins. And that was a life-changing experience for both of us. I mean, I never perceived of music again the same way, and I know it was the same for Robert too. And we both sat there side by side, just taking it in, our jaws dropping, and and Albert put on an unbelievable show. And like I said, my life was never the same after that.
And a few years later, you ended up playing in the band with Albert.
Yeah, and I recall telling him about that moment with Albert. Well, it was a friend of also Robert's too who loaned me his ID because I wasn't of age, and I also wasn't 6'1" like the ID said. But back then, you could get high platform shoes, right? And I had the pants pulled way down and kind of came like walking in on stilts. And the doorman said, "No way." I went across the street and had a couple of beers and shot some pool and got an 8-ball break, and apparently my confidence changed. And I came walking on through the next time, and the doorman just let me through like I was a whole nother guy. Met Albert Collins and sat in with him, and the next day I got a call with Albert, and we had a lifelong relationship until Albert passed away. I think that was in '93, if I recall.
What is it about Albert Collins? Is there one thing you remember about him as a guitar player?
I got a chance to play with him numerous times, heard him many, many times. He never played the same way twice. He created on the spot. And his attack and his phrasing, he didn't use a pick. And his hands were just so strong, and he used that capo, and he had just his own style. And one of the things that he used to say was, he stressed that it is nice to come up with your own style. And perhaps it's something and I know that I, kind of strive toward that. Don't get me wrong, you derive that oftentimes from a bunch of influences, but hopefully we're able to find our own voice, through those. And because it's cool also realizing that Albert had his influences, Gatemouth Brown, T-Bone Walker, Lightning Hopkins, some of the organ players and the way that they played. And, and so when I first saw Gatemouth, it made me realize too that, like, wow, oh, that's where Albert got some of his stuff from too, It's a cool thing.